Hi, my name is Trevor. In this video, we are going to discuss the dashboard as well as the shipment operations tool. So this right here is your dashboard, and your dashboard will list all of your active shipments. That means anything that is pending, booked, in transit. But once something is delivered, it will disappear from this page, and you can only find it within your booking history, which is over here on the left hand side under shipments right here. But to access our shipment operations tool, if we look at one of our shipments, over on the far right side there's a button that says edit. So if we click edit, here we're looking at our operations tool. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is your Airway bill status. So you'll notice that this shipment has been accepted and that our shipment is booked. Now, there are three different status types. You will either see accepted, that's green, pending in orange, or rejected in red. Now, when you get a status that is rejected in red, there will be an explanation underneath that explains why your shipment's been rejected. Now, normally the two biggest reasons why one is rejected is either cargo space is unavailable, or you're using an invalid Airway bill number, or the system's unable to route because of, say, a last-minute failure or cancellation with the route that was selected. Now, when it says cargo space unavailable, please choose alternative flight, you'll notice right here next to our flight number, there's a button that says choose alternative flight. Now if we click this, this shows us all the same search results that we saw on step 2 of our air freight search for this same exact flight. So if we can't get on the flight that we were initially looking for, let's just simply select the next flight available that day. So if we click, or, there may be that you, for whatever reason, need to change your flight last minute. So even if you do get accepted, you do have the ability to change your flight regardless. But nonetheless, let's pick the next flight. So we click select. You'll notice that our Airway bill status goes back to pending. Now the Hangar A and Southwest systems are communicating with each other, and boom, there you go. We were accepted. But whenever you get a rejected status in which cargo space is unavailable, or rejected status with unable to route, the choose alternative flight button is literally your best friend in regards to being able to find a different flight to ship your stuff that day. And all you have to do is just simply pick a different flight, and the system will check for you and see if we can get on a different flight later on that day. Now there will be instances from time to time in which you may have tried to use an Airway bill number and it says that the Airway bill number is invalid or not assigned to you, and that you need to change up your Airway bill number. You'll notice that there's a button right here that says change Airway bill number. This allows you to select a different Airway bill number and have it resubmit your shipment to the airline so that it can validate your new Airway bill number. So this is how you get around that as well. There may be instances from time to time in which you need to update your shipment. Now you'll see over here where it says shipment details, all of these fields are editable. So instead of, say, one piece 10 pounds, we actually need to ship 2 pieces at 20 pounds, 2 pieces 20 pounds, back over here, click save. You'll notice that our status will go back to pending because we have to confirm with the airline that it can accommodate the additional 10 pounds that we are trying to ship. But if you ever have to change up your shipment, this right here is how you do that. Now, another another thing to note is that if you ever need to download a paper copy of your Airway bill, or if you ever need to, say, email it to your consignee, up here at the very top where it says Documents, if you click Airway bill, this is how you can download a copy of your Airway bill. And another thing to note is that notice how right here where it says 220, every time you make a change to your shipment, the Airway bill will update itself as well. So if you ever have downloaded this from your initial submission, just make sure that you download the most recent copy of it so that it reflects all of the changes that you made with your shipment. Now, the last thing to note on this operations tool is if we scroll down, two things down here. First off, shipment tracking. Now, this is very beneficial because from the moment you drop off your cargo and it is registered with the airline, this will light up and your shipment will then be considered in transit. And you can follow along as your shipment moves, wherever it's going until its final destination when it's recovered. This is also really beneficial if your shipment gets rerouted, because you will then have a button that appears right here that says reroute history, and then that allows you to see the change in which how your cargo is actually moving across the country compared to what you initially had planned for your shipments. Now, the final thing to note is, let's say that you create a booking and for whatever reason have to cancel it. This button right here, Cancel Booking, will cancel your shipment with the airline and release the cargo space so that other customers can book. And so if we click Cancel and then scroll back up to the top, you'll notice that our shipment has now been canceled, and so it is no longer valid with Southwest. And once again, my name is Trevor Woodland. Thank you for watching this video on how to use the operations tool, and we look forward to working with you.